Okay, so here we go. This is the unboxing video, part two, or not actually part two, take two. I was almost at the end of the video the last time, and I moved to see how it was lined up in the screen, what I was showing you, and I accidentally kicked the leg out from under the tripod, and down it went. So, doing it again. So this is the Brother SE 600, and I had wanted a fancy sewing machine for a very long time. I found this one. I researched the features that I wanted. I found this one. I could not justify the price because I am by no means a professional, nor do I do this for a living. I just do it because I enjoy it. So I watched it and I watched it and I watched it and I watched it, and finally this one came up refurbished, so I jumped on it. So here we go. This is all of the manuals in it that are included with it. So we have a quick reference guide. Looks to be about 8 pages. Oh, yeah, okay. I saw selecting an embroidery, and for whatever reason my brain said Switzerland. So, no. Alright, so there you go. There's that 8-page guide. Then there's a list of accessories, and if you saw the first video, you would know that I was confused by the G foot and the R foot. So the G foot is overcasting foot, and the R foot is a blind stitch foot, and then I also didn't know what number 17, which was an eyelet punch. So there we go. That's that. Then we have the embroidery design guide. And so we have fonts, a thread conversion chart. I'm not super sure. I've never had an embroidery machine before, but it says color thread conversion chart. Color black, embroidery 900, country 100. I don't know what that means. Madeira poly neon 1800, Madeira rayon 1000, sulky 105. Sorry, 1005, and RA polyester is 5596. So I don't know what all that means. I got to figure it out. But it looks pretty comprehensive. I mean, good job. If it actually means anything. So here we go. Here's some examples of the kinds of embroidery that you can do. Some monogramming, kinds of things, like a little Christmas tree. It's going to be fun here in a month or two. No, this month. It's December. Gosh. Okay. So, looks like that's the different languages, maybe, of it. Or how to get characters in other languages. I'm not super sure. It's not English. Oh, it's Japanese characters. Okay, so here's the English characters. And there you go. There's the contents, if you want to see what all it has in it. I'm trying to avoid the glare so that you can see. Alright, so that's that book. Then it's got the operation manual, which has 91 pages, and a great table of contents. So it looks like some troubleshooting, more troubleshooting using the memory function, editing patterns, embroidery preparation, using the memory function, making adjustments, utility stitches, a stitch chart of all the stitches that it has, or that it offers, I guess, maybe. Can't imagine why they'd tell you stitches that it didn't offer, but okay. Alright, useful sewing tips, adjusting tension, replacing the presser foot, replacing the needle, upper threading, winding and installing the bobbin, LCD operation, names of machine parts. There we go. And I will mention, the listing showed that this came with 3 embroidery hoops. It does not. It came with 1. There's the instructions in other languages. What's this? Got designs not like these. Free embroidery design when you register your product online. Alright. And then a reminder that you do need to register online. Alright, so that's all that stuff. Let's get it back in the bag so we don't lose any of it. That would totally be my luck. Alright. There's about a 1/2 inch of manuals there to go through. So if you're a reader, you're gonna be happy. Alright, so we have a dust cover for the machine. And we have a grid. It's hard to see, but it's a little plastic grid, and it's got a thing in the middle to help you line up your design within the embroidery hoop. And this is, by the way, the only embroidery hoop that it came with. It looks to be like a 4x6 maybe. Here is the presser foot that comes with, looks like a 3.5 inch, actually looks like an earplug jack. And here is the cable for it. It's got the one rounded end and the one squared end, which I kind of prefer the dual round. Those cords are easier to find should you have a cat that chews through one or you need to replace one. It's easier to find the ones that are round on both ends versus round and square. Here's a tool pouch that it came with. So it's got like a little key screwdriver thing. I'm still not sure what this black thing is. It looked like a screwdriver, but it's got a very specialized slot on the end of it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me take it out of the bag. I'll show you. So it's got a very specialized slot on the end where it fits into something. That would be the kind of key that you don't lose. Put it in a special spot and know where it's at. Then we've got some bobbin covers or plates, extra bobbin pins, a seam ripper, a brush for cleaning. I'm not sure super what that is, but it might be a part for the bobbin or for the spool. Then it's got an awl punch. That's what that orange handle thing is. And some needles, it looks like. And then a pair of scissors. A pair of scissors look decent. Actually, let me show you this. They may not be decent. Alright, so here we go. Can y'all see that? It looks like they're only sharpened on the very tip of the blade. Maybe. Maybe that's just an extra angle that they put in. Because I can see that it looks like there is the entire blade, but that threw me for a loop when I saw just that little bit on the edge, and I thought, well, what kind of rinky-dinkness is that? But maybe there's a reason for it, and I just don't know what it is yet. So put that back. Make sure that it goes in that little plastic point protector thing before we put it back in the bag. Because I got scissors, so I'm going to keep these all by themselves. with all the other tools and stuff. So now this comes off. Make sure there's nothing else. Oh, there was something left in there. Ha. Sneaky about hiding. So this is a little, just a little poly bag. It's not very sturdy. Kind of reminds me of those plastic tablecloths you get at the dollar store for like family reunions and stuff that you throw away once they're done. It's a little bit thicker than that. So it comes with some bobbins, and it looks like some the clips that keep the bobbin thread from unwinding when it's not on the machine. And a buttonhole foot. Get it up in the viewfinder. Buttonhole foot. All right, and okay, make sure everything's out of that. So we have that G foot that I mentioned earlier. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. Maybe gutter foot. I'm not sure. I don't remember now what I said it was. But an embroidery foot, a button foot. It's for holding a button on place where when you put it on. Just your standard regular foot, a zipper foot, and the R foot that I mentioned earlier. I think one of them was a blind hem stitch foot, but I don't remember whether it was the G or the R. So there you go. That's what was in that little pouch. And that pouch was the same color as the styrofoam, so make sure you don't miss it before you throw out the styrofoam. And go through all of that stuff and make sure there's nothing hidden in there that you missed. All those little pockets and crevices in there. I even do it with the styrofoam open up to make sure there's nothing in there. You know, maybe like stickers or something that you need or that you want, just as a bonus thank you or whatever. Alright, it looks like this is the embroidery thing. The thingamajig, you know, the doohickey. Like you do. I think the embroidery hoop connects onto here somehow. I don't know, because I hadn't read that War and Peace booklet of instructions. But it says a little X. Maybe it means don't hold it by this bar thing. I don't know. I'm going to have to research what that means because I've never had an embroidery machine before. But it looks like there's a plug-in so you can plug it into the machine and it'll respond and move this foot back and forth, or this controller back and forth. So there's that bit. Now I come to the intimidating bit. Y'all, I gotta admit, I had this in the box for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. And I didn't unbox it because I knew I wanted to make an unboxing video, but also because I wanted to have a time where I could just sit down and give it my full attention and convince myself that I was not going to be intimidated by this machine. I've never had a machine this fancy. My machine that I use the most is an old, I think it's a Pencrest or a Penfield, I don't remember now, something with a P. It's an old machine out of a sewing machine factory, and it's from the 70s, so it's about as old as I am. But on this end, it's got a flower power, so like the pea green and the burnt orange and the brown flowers all over it, and then it had metal sides that folded up and a metal end that folded up. And man, that thing is a beast. I have had it out in the yard sewing Army Navy type canvas. It takes everything I throw at it, and then the little rubber end where you plug in the cord broke, so my father-in-law hot wired it for me so I could still keep using it. And it takes everything I got. So It's nice to have a machine that I am most definitely not going to have out in the yard sewing on heavy duty canvas or oilcloth of any kind. But I'm excited about it because I dog sit, and I thought, how cool would it be to have a machine that does embroidery, and I can make little ornaments of the dog's faces for my dog watching people. I don't know if it'll do that or not. I got to sit down with that War and Peace booklet of instructions and figure out if it will or not. Either way, I mean, I could do monograms or whatever for them for Christmas, or stockings with their dog's names on it or whatever. Just, you know, something nice for them, for their business throughout the year. So here we go. This is the intimidating part. It feels pretty heavy duty. I would say maybe 15, 20 pounds, 22 pounds, something like that. It feels rugged, solid. Now, who knows? They may have put a brick in the bottom. I don't know, but it feels sturdy. So I have never had a machine that had the bobbin oriented this way. I think you can orient it straight up. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to force it and break it off. But I think you can probably also orient it up right. I've never had a machine that cut the thread. I've never had the machine that threaded the needle, or did the needle, stopped with the needle in the up position. So I'm pretty excited to put it through its paces and see what this little machine will do. I'm trying to think of a name for it. I don't want it to be like Betsy or Gertrude or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with those names, but they're just not the name for this machine. So I'll keep thinking about it. If you have any good names, I guess you could leave it in. I don't know if you can reply to unboxing videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll put this on YouTube, so you can leave it in the comments if you think of a good name for her. Or him, you know. I'm not opposed to a Joseph or a Paul or a Steve or whoever. If you got a good one, just post it. So yeah, that's the unboxing video, and I hope that it provided some light on what all you got. Now, I don't remember if I said this or if I said it only in the first video, but the listing on Amazon showed 3 embroidery hoops, and it only came with this one embroidery hoop. It looks like a 6x4, I think. So I don't know if I just didn't get everything I was supposed to get because I bought it refurbished, or if the listing, as they do, had it with everything that you could possibly want or need or buy, and you only thought you were getting all that and you weren't. So I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate that and see if maybe it was actually supposed to come with some extra stuff that I didn't get. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this, and I already bought a roll around case for it so that I can keep it dust free and put up and move around without jarring it or anything. I keep cleaning this little screen. I don't know if what are shirts for if not to clean LCD screens. So yeah, there you go. That's the Brother SE600 unboxing video.